You're already familiar with Le Parfait jars, but of course you are. The lovely transparent glass jar with an orange rubber seal, perfect for making delicious preserves. This one, you see? Of course you're familiar with these jars, but do you know how they're made? It all takes place in the heart of France's Auvergne region, in the small town of Puy-Guillaume. Of course, you'll find a very nice market in Puy-Guillaume, but we're not here to visit the market. No, we're here for the glass industry, because Puy-Guillaume is home to one of the largest glass manufacturing plants in France. Glass production is a long tradition here. Back in 1902, in the midst of the beautiful volcanoes of Auvergne, the Puy-Guillaume glass plant opened its doors. That doesn't make us feel any younger. This is what the factory looks like today. It's one of the most modern glass plants in Europe. It is fully compliant with all European environmental standards, notably in terms of CO2 emissions. It also makes an important contribution to the regional jobs market. It uses cutting-edge technology, but the high quality of Le Parfait jars also requires considerable human expertise. The factory has almost 300 full-time employees. So now that we've set the stage, let's see exactly how the jars are made. This process has 7 steps, no more, no less. As you have noticed, the jars are made of glass. So, making glass is the first step. Glass is basically sand that has been melted. To do this, it must be heated to 1400 degrees Celsius. It's as easy as that, with the right equipment. One incredible property of glass is that it can be recycled over and over again and 100% reused. It's actually the most recycled packaging material in the world. In Puy-Guillaume, 50% of production comes from recycled glass known as cullet. It is delivered after being sorted and cleaned. Now that we've got molten glass, we can go to the next step. Now we cut out gobs of glass that have the same weight as the finished jar, so that every jar will be identical. The gobs then fall into a mold that is the shape of a jar. All jars are then laser engraved for full traceability. Next, they are placed in an annealing oven, which relieves internal stress on the glass. After the annealing oven, all products are inspected individually and automatically, in addition to statistical sampling. Nothing is left to chance. Lastly, they are placed on bulk pallets and covered. Now they're ready for the next step. For the 6th step, we leave Puy-Guillaume and go to Saint-Yorre, just a few miles away. We've already arrived. Now it's time to assemble the various parts of the jar before adding the famous orange rubber seal. All done by hand by our trained workers. All natural, fully recyclable, resilient, water and airproof, preserving flavors. Glass is the healthiest material for packaging. It's also the packaging material that the French prefer. All that's left now is to package the jars into boxes of 6 and ship them around the world. For example, these jars are heading for Japan. That's quite a long trip for our little jar. So now, you know it all. That's how a high-quality jar is manufactured. It's how all the jars in the Le Parfait range are made. So if anybody asks, you can say you know.